Hello, Dr. Karen here. Welcome to this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest. And before we get to the topic for this week, would love for you to hit the subscribe button in case you are not subscribed to my channel yet. And in case you're on YouTube, hit the notification bell. So every time I do a new video, you will be notified. So our topic for this week, dun dun dun, is guidance. Okay, you're like, sounds boring. What, you're not going to tell us about some interdimensional alien being coming to your living room? Yeah, I've been there, done that. All right, so Source asked me to share with you some insights on guidance. Okay, so what do you think about, when spiritual people say guidance, right? Do you think about, ooh, I got to pull out my tarot cards? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Tarot cards. Anyway, or my, spirit animal deck or whatever deck, and I have a whole bunch of them, right? They're so fun. And get guidance. That is one way to tune into your inner intuition, if you will, through the cards, and so that you can get a message, from your source team or a message from source directly through the filter of the cards. That is a way of getting guidance. Perhaps you go to a spiritual mentor to get actual guidance, right? So ask a question, get some guidance. I know I do that for sure. Perhaps you go to a sacred text of some sort, some sort of lineage guidance. Perhaps you are clairaudient and you're listening to your angel team or guide team speak to you as you are asking the question. One of the ways that I love to get guidance, especially when there is a conundrum or a puzzle that I would like to figure out, is I go into stillness. And the way I go through stillness is stillness through observing internal movement, which I'll put the link down below in case you don't know that free class that I have. So that's a way in which you can feel your way to stillness, meaning that for a lot of us, our minds are busy, right? Myself included. I might have the busiest mind on the planet. I don't know, maybe. And so in order for me to quiet the mind, I can't tell the mind, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut. It never works. Okay, tried there, never works. So what I do is I focus on the body and I go, what's going on in the body? And the mind goes, I don't know, let me think. All right, let me see. And then it focuses on the body and I go, well, look for some vibration, look for some energy, look for some movement. And then the mind's like, okay, I feel it over here. Oh, now it's over here. Oh, now it's over here. Well, not so much over there, right? And I keep it busy because it likes to be busy. So that way I do stillness through observing internal movement. So that is one of the ways that I connect to guidance when I have the problem. So what I do is I have a problem, I have a question that I desire an answer for that I don't seem to know where the information is, except it's somewhere in the ethers, right? So I connect to the body. I go into that mental stillness by going into the body that's very active with the vibrations. And then I just continue just following the vibrations. And oftentimes the image, a sound, a word, a feeling just drops in that stillness. And or I'll just feel like taking action on something. And that's happened a lot where I just feel like taking an action on something, but I don't really think, oh, this is guidance. I should do this because I was told this. No, it's not that formal. And then what I notice is as I'm getting better and better and better at this is that it's coming much, much faster, this guidance. Now that is one way. It doesn't have to be your way. It just happens to be my way. Now there is another way I want to share with you today. That sometimes we don't think is guidance, but I think it's really important for you to just check in and see, hey, does this happen to me? So sometimes there is something happening in our outer world that is not what we planned, right? Not what we thought was for our highest and greatest good, at least our conscious mind. But if we have that perspective of that reframe of whatever happens, happens for a reason, that reason is there to serve me and others, then whatever happens that is not necessarily what you desire or prefer comes up as a way for you to reframe it and go, how can this serve me, right? And so guidance can come in the form not just of angels talking to you, card decks, all that kind of stuff. Guidance can come in the form of synchronicities that are repetitive things that make you pay attention, right? Like some people have angel numbers that they see a lot of 1111, 999, 888, 777, that kind of thing. I have a lot of those, right? And guidance can come in the form of literally do 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 do. Wait, I can't go here. Hello? Want to go here? It's not happening, right? So sometimes the guidance is a no. But sometimes we don't see it as a no because we're sometimes kind of stubborn and we just want it our way, right? But we don't see that as the no. And so sometimes the universe is like, well, she didn't get the subtle messages, so we're just gonna put a big brick wall here so she pays attention. So I'll give you a real life example, and I'm not saying it's a brick wall at all, right? But okay, so I'll give you a real life example. So I have a beautiful, amazing light warrior training camp that I have done pretty much every year until the pandemic, and then had planned to do it every year after that. Why? Because I absolutely love it, getting together with my light medicine community, my light warriors, training together, learning how to do weather magic, healing by proxy prop, a little bit of telekinesis, vibrational healing, doing some movie watching, having amazing meals at the lodge. I mean, just incredible, right? Like just like the highlight of the year for myself and others. So I was just like, okay, we're gonna do this again, right? So I'm just literally just plowing through my to-do list and plowing through like, okay, this is what we do, da da da, yeah, and here we go, right? And actually, my business coach said to me, he said, well, how's it going? I said, well, signups are a little slower than I imagined. I have half the number of signups I was expecting, right? And he says, well, okay, well, what would you do if you had to have them by tomorrow? I said, I don't know. What are you talking about? I didn't get the answer. Anyway, he's like, well, what about calling them up? I'm like, I don't like using the phone. I'm just not going to do it. He's like, okay. Well, you could send a personalized video. I'm like, oh, that I can do. That I can do. In the process of going, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to commit to this. I had no idea whether that was going to work at all. Okay. But in the process, I learned that, hey, there's this really cool app. I can send personalized videos really easily right in my Gmail app. That's cool. That's a win. Check. Okay, that is super cool. Check. Okay, that's super cool. That alone is awesome. Like worth the price of admission, if you will, right? So he goes, I really want to know what happens. Well, I haven't told him yet. So I sent probably 35 personalized videos, some to my students, some to my colleagues, some to my friends. And guess how many signed up after that? One. And you're like, whoa, that seems like a lot of work for one person. Well, and by the way, this person was going to come anyway, but she actually hadn't gotten around to doing it. So she finally did do it. And so we had the one, right? Okay, so you're like, well, that doesn't sound like that worked, but really did it? So it looks like, oh, well, Dr. Karen didn't get what she desired to manifest. But here's the thing, I'm going to reframe this for you because I already reframed it for myself. What if that's not where the universe wants me to go? Right? What if my soul says, I know you love this training camp and you automatically, plan for it every year, but there's something else we want you to do. To be honest, the one reason I have the TOLPAKAN healing method, levels 1 and 2, is because I pivoted after I got, in this case, mentorship from my mentors, Andy and Marcus, forever ago, 10 years ago, whatever it was, where I was doing this business, like going one-on-ones, high-end, year-long, I made this whole program. It was really intensive, and I'd literally be like going into your house, like metaphorically or, on video and going, okay, what's in your shelf? Nope, throw that out, throw that. I mean, oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good supplement. Yep, no. Okay, your feng shui in your house is not, like literally like that VIP, right? That's a really high ticket item. And I got no takers. And so I was ready to keep going, right? I'm like, well, they said it was a good idea, so I can keep going. And they said, no, I don't think the energy's going there. I think you really should work on your modality. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah. I said, okay, right? So there I got mentorship and guidance that way. So I focused, okay, let me create this modality from scratch. Like I already had it in my head. I'd put it down on paper. A lot of work, right, guys? Like a lot of paperwork, a lot of tech, a lot of like, yeah, a lot of stuff. But I got to tell you, wow, the best part is all these other people being able to do what I do. And I'm learning from them as well. Like, how awesome is that to have these hundreds of people around the world, you know, helping their children and their pets and their mothers and their grandmothers and themselves heal to be able to do these amazing things. So that's where the universe wanted me. Had I had success in that deep one-on-one, okay, I would not be where I am today talking to you about the success of TOLPAKAN Level 1. So coming back to Light Warrior Training Camp, which by the way, there are still tickets, obviously. I'm like, okay, the energy is not going there. It doesn't mean we're not gonna have an amazing, fantastic time, but it was literally the universe giving me the message loud and clear. Hello, you're just going and doing what you always do because you love doing it and it's an amazing time and everyone has such a fantastical experience. But there's something else we're planning for you. I have no idea what that is, by the way. There's something else I'm planning for you, right? And so, yeah, all that to say is that I got the message. Oh, I can't wait to tell my business coach about that. Oh, you know those 35 videos I sent? I just got one person. And he's going to be like, really? Just one? And I'm going to let him know it's because I was being guided. That was the wall. You know, the universe says, I know you love this, and I know it makes such a difference in the world, and it's not in alignment with how we'd like you to make a difference based on what your soul wants, based on what's for the highest and greatest good. So I don't know what that other pathway is just yet. Except I did get immediate guidance, internal guidance, the feeling of, oh, well, if I'm not very good at this, you know, selling a camp, right? Maybe I should get mentorship from someone who's really good at it. And so, I'm probably going to hire that person when I'm ready. So that's just an example of how sometimes guidance comes in a form that we do not recognize it as guidance. It's literally like, hi, there's a brick wall. Yeah, we don't want you to go around it necessarily and force your way into what it is. See it, feel it. It is not working the way you desired it to be. So pivot. Go this way instead. So I'm telling you, I got, okay, got the message. Now that being said, even if I did get double the number of people in Light Warrior Training Camp, I still got the message, okay? Meaning, I'm telling the universe right now, meaning that I got it. This is the last camp I'm doing of this type until you tell me otherwise. Yeah. And that's not, I'm not trying to do that to be, oh, scarcity, I'm doing a sell job, whatever. Literally, this is, I'm being real here. This is a form of guidance. And I'm just telling you, I got the message. We're not doing this again. At least not in this form, not by me, not in the near future. I don't know what it's going to look like in the future. So guidance can be in different forms. By the way, if you have some feedback about how you've perhaps gotten guidance in different ways, please put that in the comments. And for now, let's do a TOLPAKAN Healing Activation, because we always like to do an activation in the Spiritual Medicine Digest, right? So go ahead and, if it's safe for you to do so, close your eyes, maybe rub your hands, get some energy going, and then relax. Focus on the inside of the body. Feel that flow, feel that energy, that movement, that vibration, the buzzing, the heat, whatever it is, just following that flow wherever it goes in your body. And just focus on that. Whew, got a lot going on. I'm going to speak the TOLPAKAN healing directives. And then if it is for your highest and greatest good, then whatever's ready and available for you to heal, transform, or shift will do so. Here we go. I now command anything preventing you from fully acknowledging, hearing, seeing, connecting to your inner guidance, inner wisdom, source guidance, spirit guidance, whatever's for highest and greatest good, be completely healed and resolved in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with speed, ease, and grace. And all timelines where you exist, we're allowed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, my hands are buzzing. I might have needed that one too. Woo! Okay, so if you want a little bit more explanation of stillness through observing internal movement, I'll put the free link below. We have a lot of freebies, by the way. And there's also a link to the light medicine community. Come in there. We do a free mini healing every single month. Oh yeah, that's one of the announcements. Yes, that I'm supposed to be telling you as well. There is a mini healing coming up. But before that, let's do some announcements in order that I have on my page here. Number one, Light Warrior Radio. We are re-airing an episode, very curious and interesting episode with my mentor, Marcus Bird, who is the founder of the Center for Conscious Entrepreneurs and also Center for Quantum Healing. And he has very, very interesting stories about his connection with off-world or ET beings. So if you're interested in that and how to kind of tune into that higher guidance, what was it like? What did he learn from them? You know, hint, hint, a little bit of sacred geometry, a little bit of manifesting. So if you're interested in that and you have not already heard this, definitely listen to it or listen to it again. I will put the link there. It is going to be re-airing Monday at 12 noon Eastern. And of course, the monthly mini healings that we do absolutely for free for the light medicine community. One of the best things I love to do is mini healings. So what we do there is you fill out a form, tell us what it is you desire to heal, and we will actually, put you in what's called a healing basket. So when you fill out the form, you give me permission to have your source team, my source team, work on whatever it is you wish to work on for that 24 hours. And if you can't make it to the live healing, you're included in that healing basket. So definitely register and put your request in the healing basket. And if you're live, we're going to do a lot of different group stuff, whatever comes up in the moment. I can't even tell you what we're doing right now until the time comes, right? We tune in, we see what is ready and available for healing that day. It's been going really cool every single month. I've been enjoying it immensely, as is everybody else. And there are a few people that we may pick to do healing demos so we can demonstrate the TOLPAKAN healing method for you. And for those that it resonates with, you can learn more about it. Okay, the other exciting thing is Ascension 3 is launching. So Ascension 3 is my jewelry store. You might wonder, well, how does Dr. Karen have any time to make jewelry? The answer is I don't. Which is why we don't launch this very often, maybe 4 times a year, 5 times a year if we're lucky. Also, too, I have one staff that does pretty much everything. Taylor is our general manager. And I need her to do other things, too. So it is opening June 10th. It's usually a Monday we open, and then we close the following Monday. Okay, 11 a.m. Eastern is when we open. I'm just going to showcase for those of you that are listening to this right on Friday when we launch it. There are these little bracelets. I am calling them the Firefly Go bracelets because they actually glow. Yes, they glow in the dark and they look like fireflies. And by the way, the last 2 nights, major fireflies where I live is so amazing. I just love fireflies so much. Fireflies and dolphins. Fireflies, dolphins. Well, butterflies are pretty cool too. Anyway, I digress. So these have, there's a gold version and silver version. So we have a logo bead, right, with the Academy of Light Medicine logo on 2 sides, if you will. And then we have a gold version of where it's gold-filled beads. It's a little bit more hardy than the gold-plated, so a little bit more expensive. And then we have the sterling silver beads in between as well. And we have a limited number of the large size. And then we have more of the small medium versus the medium large. So if you measure your wrist, ideally with a piece of tape or paper, sorry, and measure it out, if you are a 6-inch, wrist, so up to 6 inches, 5.5 to 6 inches, you probably should get the small medium. And if you're above 6 inches, then 6 to 7 inches, you probably should get the medium large. Right, there's extra beads, going to be a little bit more money-wise because of the extra beads, but they're really, really cool. I have this new stranding technique that I'm using, which is double-stranded, and so they're pretty hardy. Not that you should put them out here, but they're really, really hardy. I've been testing this one for at least 2 months or so. It's been awesome. So we have the gold version, the silver version, and it's so fun when they glow in the dark. I gotta tell you, it's just so fun. Of course, when you wake up in the middle of the night, they're still glowing in the dark, which is very odd, but really cool. And so that's one. Remember, we have 13 chakra bracelets, single strand, available in the store as well to help to do a little 13 chakra tune-up in your body automatically. And of course, all of our Ascension 3 jewelry, you can tell it what to do. And we'll be demonstrating that during the mini healing as well. So here's another one, this cosmic circle. is Swarovski crystal, and they're really great to infuse Ascension 3 healing energies in there because they're already blank to begin with, so we can infuse our energies without interfering energies of the crystal itself. Although TOLPAKAN Healing, we can blank out the stuff anyway, but they're really fun. And Swarovski crystal, they're really, it's not that they're not making this size anymore, but I'm not allowed to buy it anymore because I don't spend $40,000 at the store at Swarovski Crystal. So there's only a few of these. Well, I should say few. There's a number of these left, but after they're gone, they're probably going to be gone because I won't be able to get any more. So anyway, so if you are been eyeing one of these guys, I would definitely get it now. We have different versions of that in the store. And of course, we also have our silicone bracelet, our silicone bracelet. We have two. One is the regular Ascension 3, has all the frequencies of Ascension 3 and all the fancy bracelets in a silicone. This is great for kids. We have multiple sizes too because honestly, do you really want, $150 necklace to be lost by your 5-year-old, right? So this is a really great, inexpensive one. I tend to have them on me, but I also have them on my water bottles as well. So I have the regular Ascension 3-1 on my water bottle, and then I have the 3R formula on my wrist. The 3R formula was my answer to the COVID issues. And then there are these really, really cool Lotus Sky bracelets we got as well with tiny, tiny, tiny beads, and we bought a whole bunch and infused them. We don't know whether we're going to keep, having these ones if they're not that popular, but they're so, so pretty. So I love using and wearing them in a stack. So that's my Ascension 3 commercial. And last but not least, as you know, there is, well, not last but not least, sorry. Before the last but not least, FYI, next weekend, I'm going to be in Marlborough, Massachusetts. So if you're in the area, please come visit. The American Society of Dowsers is having their annual conference. So I'm going to be doing the keynote on Saturday night, and then Sunday all day 9 to 4 is my Healing Faster than the Speed of Light workshop. It's going to be tweaked a little bit because almost everybody there at the ASD conference already knows how to dowse. So we're going to kind of get into some protocols there. I'm going to watch everybody do their, dowsing and testing of each other. And so in case you would like to do some training with me, you can't come to Light Warrior Training Camp, then you can come next week. So we'll put that workshop information below this video. And now, last but not least, Light Warrior Training Camp, last one, at least last one that we know of, this July 14th to 19th, that's 6 days, 7 nights at the Lake Claire Lodge, beautiful resort, Sacred Lake Vortex, lots of fun, lots of relaxation, lots of training, definitely for people who are ready to level up to the next stage. So would love for you to be there. I'll put the link below and hope to see you there. And that's it for this week. Woo! All right. Much love. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to hit subscribe, put a comment in case you have your version of how you get your guidance. Would love to know. And of course, you could always also share in the light medicine community. And I hope to see you in the mini healings on Tuesday. All right. All the best. Bye for now.